one.
Mm-hmm. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to S&M Talk Sports with your host, Michelle.
And Siobhan.
Today we're going to talk about the March Madness drama. First, let's talk about the Final Four game between Wisconsin and the University of Kentucky. Both seated at number one, but Kentucky number one overall in the whole country. And Kentucky was a huge favorite over Wisconsin, and Wisconsin shocked the nation and the Kentucky fans by beating them, and it was so good. And there's some drama after on the post-game press conference. Siobhan, what happened?
What was his name?
One of the twins on Kentucky
was asked about if he was losing. Like, what does it feel like to lose to Wisconsin or blocking?
No, this isn't
blocking.
Happen.
What's his face?
There's a big guy, 44. They call him Frank the Tank on Wisconsin, and I think it wasn't him that was being asked, but one of the centers or the power forwards were being asked how difficult it was to guard Frank Kaminsky and what were some of the challenges they faced. And under his breath, one of the freshmen, who is also a twin, said F that N-word. And he got
national TV,
on
live
TV. It was really, really bad, and people went absolutely crazy, saying, "How racist can you be? Blah blah blah. That's so disrespectful." And he went to Twitter and he issued a public apology, saying
he was angry. He lost.
Yes, he said, what I said does not reflect the University of Kentucky's basketball program. After that press conference, I called my longtime friend and very respected opponent, Frank, and I apologized, and we had a long talk, and I wished him good luck in the championship game. And, and everybody just kept referencing the tweets if they were asked about the Kentucky player being asked about it. So that was really funny. And then Wisconsin versus Duke in the national championship.
I told everyone Duke was going all the way. I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone doubted me, and I said it. And I even had money on them. And they won, but I got nothing out of it.
You didn't? I thought you were going to get money out of it.
I don't think I am.
Siobhan was 1 point away from winning $1,000. All Duke had to do was score one foul shot.
All you had to do.
All they did, and they missed two.
I should listen to people when they say you shouldn't look at the points that you pick because it will really, drive you nuts, and that's exactly what happened. I picked, I think, 69 for Duke to win, and they scored 68. You couldn't get one more point? You couldn't make your foul shots?
Tough loss.
I want the coaches to make them run suicides till their feet fell off now.
But in all seriousness, you're a Division I basketball team,
and you couldn't make your foul
shots,
and
you play for the best conference in all of the
and you
NCAA,
make the foul shot.
And you can't make a foul shot. I mean,
I know I'm being selfish, but okay, let's get over this.
If they had Tyus Jones on the foul line, you still would have lost because he always makes his foul shots. His foul shot percentage is the best in the country and the best out of all freshmen, with an 88% foul shot percentage. He never misses, so you still would have lost. All you needed was somebody who was kind of good.
I needed the 50-50.
69. You would have won.
I know.
$1,000.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh, well. And moving on. Anyway, so Duke won. Wisconsin lost. It was a 5-point game. It was a really good game throughout the whole thing. The biggest lead Wisconsin had, and the biggest lead throughout the whole game was 9 points. And that's when everybody thought Duke was totally out. Wisconsin's running away with it.
Yeah, no one thought, my brother's a really big sports person too, and I told him I was rooting for Duke. He was like, even if they make it, they're not going to win. No one thought that they were going to win. They were like, oh, yeah, they're going to make this, but they're not going to come out winning.
Yeah, Wisconsin was a huge favorite against Duke.
Yeah.
But honestly,
and no one even thought Wisconsin was going to make it to the final. So the fact it's I've heard so many people who are like, yeah, even if Duke can make it, but they're not going to win it out. It's Wisconsin wasn't even supposed to be in the finals according to people, but they were like, oh, no, but they're going to beat Duke. How does that make sense? No.
I think everybody's just Duke haters. That's why. Everybody doesn't like Duke because they're a private school. I love Duke. I like Duke lacrosse. I really don't care about their basketball. Duke lacks.
I love them.
But I can't believe that Wisconsin was a favorite over Duke, though. I honestly felt bad for Wisconsin because I knew going into it that Duke was going to win. Because Duke is such but I think it's because Wisconsin had so many big players. They were really physical, and they had the ability to come back. In the Kentucky-Wisconsin game, Wisconsin was down
Duke
6
have
points.
That many big players.
They didn't. They really didn't.
They're,
Wisconsin
tiny.
definitely they were much taller than Duke
Yeah.
players, but they had more talented freshmen. They actually said that Duke freshmen had a combined tournament score more than any other team ever. And like Wisconsin seniors made like 38% of their shots from the field goal, and Duke players made like 67 or something. It was crazy, like a crazy number.
The moral of the story is that we're Duke fans, so you go Duke.
Go Duke.
And thanks for proving them all wrong.
Yes.
And for not
Proving the
scoring
hate is
that
wrong.
last point.
Yeah, when we were on the plane coming home from spring break, there was actually a documentary, like a ESPN 30 for 30, about Christian Laettner.
Really?
Yeah, he was a Duke player, and everyone hated Christian Laettner.
You watched stuff on the plane?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I was
couldn't
too
sleep
busy
either.
trying not to die because there was so much turbulence. And then I went on the train when I got home from interning, and a bump when you know how the train on Metro North is kind of bumpy, and I had a PTSD attack, and I was like, oh my god, like freaked out. Anyway, moving on. Yankees opening day. Siobhan was there. Tell us about it, Siobhan.
I was there, and they lost.
And that's the story.
I can't say I paid attention to the game, I will be honest, but I was there and they lost. Like everyone said they were going to be. So I guess you guys were right for that.
R.I.P. Derek Jeter.
R.I.P. everyone.
So sad.
And A-Rod didn't score.
Yeah,
That's all
everybody hates A-Rod.
No, we were all like, everyone I went with, we were rooting for him. We were like, A-Rod, make your first home run back. Make it. And nothing.
That would have been cool.
But he got a base hit and we all cheered. And
you were probably the only people cheering, weren't you? Were there a lot of screams when he made a... I mean, baseball's like...
Yeah, people clapped.
Baseball is boring to me.
Oh, yeah, me too. I need to be entertained when I go to those games.
Honestly, I would only go if I was with, like, my friends and we're, you know, like, having fun.
Having fun. Okay, that's all your sports talk today. We hope you loved it. I'm Siobhan.
And I'm Michelle.
Bye.
Bye. You have the mouse.
Oh, yes. Bye.